That $180 clinical-grade retinol serum sitting on the bathroom shelf? It's roughly 98% distilled water and preservatives. The actual retinol, the one ingredient doing anything, costs the brand about 2 cents per bottle. 2 cents. The markup isn't 500%. It isn't 1,000%. It's closer to 900,000%. And the industry would very much prefer you never do that math. Here's how it works. Retinol is a derivative of vitamin A. It's been around since the 1980s, it's off-patent, and it's manufactured at industrial scale. A kilogram of cosmetic-grade retinol costs a brand somewhere between $200 and $400 wholesale. A single bottle of serum contains maybe 0.025% retinol by weight. Run that math and the active ingredient in your premium serum costs the manufacturer less than a nickel. Everything else in the bottle, glycerin, water, a thickening agent, costs maybe another 30 cents. So what does the other $179 pay for? Not science. The formulation itself, the actual chemistry, is almost always outsourced to a contract manufacturer. These are factories that will mix, bottle, and label a serum for whoever writes the check. The brand provides the logo. The factory provides everything else. A brand can go from concept to finished product on a shelf in under 6 months, with no chemists, no lab, no research, just a contract and a mood board. This is the dirty secret of what the industry calls white labeling. The same factory, sometimes literally the same production run, supplies products to a $12 drugstore brand and a $180 prestige brand. Different label, same liquid. A 2021 investigation found that several luxury serums shared identical formulations with products costing 1/10 of the price. The bottles were different. The formula was not. And that distinction is entirely by design. Because the bottle is doing enormous work here. The skincare industry spends more on packaging design than on product development. That heavy frosted glass dropper bottle with the magnetic cap and the embossed logo, it costs the brand roughly $3 to $6 per unit at volume. But it signals something. It signals clinical. It signals serious. It signals the kind of thing a dermatologist might keep in a locked cabinet. The packaging isn't decoration. It's the primary product. Then there's the language. Skincare marketing has developed an extraordinarily precise vocabulary designed to sound like science without making any claim that can be legally tested. Clinically inspired. Dermatologist developed. Visibly reduces. Skin identical. None of these phrases are regulated. None of them require a clinical trial. Dermatologist developed can mean a dermatologist was paid $5,000 to look at the formula once and nod. The FDA only steps in if a brand claims to change the actual structure of skin. So the marketing stays one careful word on the safe side of that line. Always. Clinically proven is the one that should stop you cold every time. A clinical study in skincare can mean 30 people, self-reporting, over 4 weeks, paid by the brand, with no control group. That's it. That's the entire evidence base for a $180 product. No peer review, no independent replication. The brand commissions the study, owns the data, and publishes the number it likes. 94% of participants reported smoother skin is a marketing line, not a finding. And it works. That's the infuriating part. It works. Now layer in the influencer economy. A mid-tier beauty influencer, 500,000 followers, solid engagement, charges somewhere between $10,000 and $30,000 for a single sponsored post. A top-tier influencer with a few million followers can command $100,000 or more per placement. A brand launching a new serum might spend $2 to $4 million on influencer seeding alone before a single unit hits a store shelf. That cost gets divided across every bottle sold. You're not paying for retinol. You're paying for someone else's Instagram reel. The retail markup on top of all this is its own chapter. When a brand sells through Sephora or Nordstrom, the retailer takes 40% to 50% of the shelf price. So on a $180 serum, the retailer keeps roughly $80. The brand's remaining $100 has to cover manufacturing, packaging, marketing, influencers, shipping, returns, and profit margin. The actual cost of goods for the liquid in the bottle is such a rounding error it barely appears in the financial model. One former brand executive described it as essentially free in a leaked internal deck. Here's where it gets genuinely strange. The brands that charge the most often spend the least on ingredients. A clinical-grade formula with a meaningful retinol concentration, say 0.3% or higher, is actually harder to stabilize, more likely to irritate skin, and more likely to generate real complaints. Keeping concentrations low is safer for the brand's customer service department. So the $180 bottle frequently contains less active ingredient than the $18 bottle. The premium tier has quietly optimized for complaints, not results. The dermatology community has been saying this for years, mostly to empty conference rooms. Studies published in the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology have found that over-the-counter retinol concentrations in prestige skincare are frequently too low to produce measurable skin change. The concentrations that actually work, 0.1% and above, used consistently, are available in generic formulations for under $20. The $180 brand is, in many cases, selling you a concentration that the research suggests is cosmetically inert. Beautiful, expensive, and doing nothing. So what's the countermove? Here's what the industry doesn't want you doing. First, read the ingredient list from the bottom up. Retinol listed near the end, after the preservatives, is present in a concentration so small it's functionally decorative. If it isn't in the top third of the list, it isn't working. Second, look for the percentage. Brands that put a real concentration on the label, 0.1%, 0.3%, 0.5%, are the ones with something to prove. Brands that don't list it are hiding something. Third, the generic is almost always identical. Tretinoin, the prescription strength, medically proven cousin of retinol, is available through several telehealth services for around $20 a month. It has 50 years of peer-reviewed evidence behind it. It was the molecule the luxury brands were gesturing toward all along. The $180 serum was the marketing wrapper around a compound you could have gotten for the price of 2 cups of coffee. That's the catch. That's always been the catch. The skincare industry in 2024 is a $200 billion market. It grows roughly 5% every year, regardless of economic conditions. It is one of the most recession-resistant consumer categories on record. People cut vacations before they cut their skincare routine. The brands know this. The pricing reflects it. You are not paying for a better product. You are paying because the industry has correctly identified that you will. And the single most powerful thing you can do is know exactly what's in the bottle before you hand over the money. 2 cents of retinol. The rest is theatre.